madeira de jequitibá. Foi prepara o arame, pega madeira de jequitibá. Traz a moeda, cabaça e cachixi da feira que eu quero tocar. Traz a moeda, cabaça e cachixi da feira que eu quero tocar. Meu birimbau, meu birimbau, camarada.
Hello everyone, Mestre Papa-Leguas here again to answer one more question. And this time the question is from Miguel. He lives in America, Los Angeles, and he asked me how can we apply the philosophies we learn in Capoeira into life and the life philosophies into Capoeira. So before we go for the answer, please subscribe to the channel, send us more suggestions, set the notification button, like the video, and let's go for the answer. Thank you. One more time to answer this question, we're going to start with a nice ladainha who reflects a little bit about the answer, okay? Caçador dá muito tiro, oi ai ai de manhã não acha nada. Viado corre voando, viado corre voando, o dia corre na trilha. Se eu fosse governador, ai 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 manobra se apair. Isso que tu tá fazendo comigo, tu não faria, camaradinha. Viva meu Deus, viva meu Deus, camarada. Vamos nos embora. Beautiful, thank you. So, for me, the biggest point that we learn in Capoeira, but this of course it's very much related to how we grow up, né? Our family values is respect, okay? So we learn a lot the respect, the hierarchy, né? In Capoeira, but this comes from our family values in Brazil, guys. I'm talking about Brazil, of course. This is my culture, the one I live. So I cannot relate to everything else, okay? But I know many cultures are the same in terms of the elder, okay? So respect a lot the elder, okay? And so I know there's a lot of issues behind hierarchy, isn't it? Of the higher level belt, but the person is not old enough for it. But you know, we come from a background which, you know, if the person is higher than us in their level, we respect, okay? And if they have a background, someone who gave them that title, we shouldn't argue, you know? If you don't like that the person has that title, you could talk to it, but you know, we're not sure if it would resolve anything, isn't it? So maybe you don't support that person, or you know, you don't really talk about that person. But of course, you know, we shouldn't really criticize anything about that person. Only try to be a better version of that person if you have any problems with this kind of the hierarchy things, isn't it? And because a lot of time what I see is people get very worried about like oh yeah, but I'm a professional outside Capoeira, I'm a lawyer, and then I'm coming to Capoeira, and then people treat me like a kid, and you know, people should respect me. Of course, respect is it's overall, you know, like people should respect you no matter what. But then inside Capoeira, it's very important for people to be humble, and this in Capoeira teaches you how to be humble especially in these occasions, isn't it? Because if you want to learn from anything, from anybody, you should realize that, you know, if someone's training for longer than you, he has something to teach you. And I see a lot of people, because they have a very high level of skills in a different part of their lives, they come to capoeira with the same authority and the same energy, and you have to change that energy a little bit. Okay, you shouldn't be with the same energy you have in your job, for example, because it's a different altogether. You're there to learn, you're there from do the first steps, and that's why I like to be learning new things all the time, to really remind yourself that you always have something to learn from someone. And you know, every time you start something new, this reminds you, okay, that in order for you to learn, you need to be humble and put yourself in a position where people will want to teach you as well. Okay, and I think this is very important. I think this is one of the main thing that we should exchange and learn in capoeira, and the things we need to bring from our life. Okay, I know sometimes people as well, because they are in a position in their job that they are above many people, or they are their own boss. They are the boss, so they come to capoeira with this attitude as well of receiving insights only from the mestre, not from a friend who is higher level than them. And this kind of attitude, really, it's a difficult one to deal in capoeira. Okay, so I'm gonna just talk about respect here, so I don't want to make the video very long. I'm gonna stick to that. There are more elements which I'll make more videos about it. Okay, so for now, stick with this idea: respect, being humble. Okay, and I'm sure you're gonna learn a lot with